Hello and welcome to Two Mouths.
No break.
Uh, just as a reminder, we are on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube.
Get over there, like, subscribe.
Subscribe.
I don't even have that much alcohol today.
I know.
I had half an Angry Orchard.
Yeah.
That's not alcohol. Anyway, get over there and subscribe, folks. We need some
Like,
subscribers.
Yes.
I promise there'll be good content.
Yeah.
We're gonna work on that a little more.
We are, yeah.
But today we're gonna talk about
roller derby.
Yes, the sport that brought us together.
Yeah.
And everybody regrets it now. I think they see us come into a room and they're like, "Oh God, they're together."
I know.
One is enough.
Yeah. Or they see one walking like, "Whew, dodge that bullet," and then here comes
like who's here? We both. Yeah.
Stop, bitches.
Take y'all shit out.
That's right.
Anyway, we met playing roller derby.
Yep.
She rolled into town. I played on an established team already. She came from an established team. But when you move, you get that finding a team to play with.
Yeah.
And you roll into team.
And then you're the new person.
Yeah, and then everybody looks at you like, "Bitch, what you think you're doing rolling up in here? You think you're just going to come in here and play derby?"
Hell yeah.
But anyway, she came in and I think I probably thought you were a bitch.
Well, I mean, that's true. It's how all true, good, bestie friends.
I mean, that's how it starts out.
Yeah.
I think you're a bitch. You think I'm a bitch. And somebody yaps and start yapping back.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, we're making a podcast about roller derby.
Yeah, very good.
But anyway, roller derby's not a new sport.
No, full contact sport.
It is a full contact sport. You have to wear protective equipment.
Yeah.
Helmets.
Helmet.
Yeah, guards.
Wrist guards, elbows, knees.
You need shin guards sometimes when those skate blades hit you.
Yeah.
You need 8 wheels, four on each skate there. We don't
In a quad, not a rollerblade.
Yeah, we don't do a rollerblade.
No. Now, if you ref, you can rollerblade.
Yeah, we used to have a ref that rollerblade.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was though.
Not
memorable. But anyway, when you play roller derby, you pick a name and a number.
Yep.
That's your signature. That's what you're going to be called by everybody.
Your alter ego.
Yes, my alter ego is a little different. I don't know. She feels a little frisky a lot of times, and she says shit, and then I'll be like, "Oh, that wasn't me. That was Tricky. Tricky said that. That wasn't me."
She's a bitch.
Yeah. She has no problem talking back to her mother. Jennifer was that was Tricky. Yeah, Tricky just popped out.
Yeah.
But anyway, you pick a name. Usually it's something that's important to you or some semblance of your name. Or something you enjoy. Or it's just raunchy, some of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you teammates start just calling you something.
Well, and that's it. Well, and when you choose a name, you got to think about what you're going to be called too. Like you don't want to be Susie sore butt when they call you sore butt. I mean,
her butt,
a butt. Come on, and that's what you're known by.
Yeah.
Like we've had people walk up to us. "Oh, you play roller derby with so and so." My friend, her name is Julie.
Oh, who's Julie? Julie.
She has blonde hair and she's this tall, and I know she skates with y'all.
And she works blah blah blah. I'm like,
that's Susie Hit a Bitch. Yeah. We play with Susie Hit a Bitch.
Yeah. Oh, it aren't just bitch. Like,
Yeah, we don't call her Susie. We call her bitch.
Yeah.
And when you're in public, that's what you're called.
Yeah.
If you're with your team, that's what you're called. And sometimes the fans will call you that in public, and it knocks you for a loop.
Yeah. Like, who are you? Do I know you?
How do you know me by that name?
Yeah.
Like, that's
weird. Yeah.
It is very weird. Walk into a store and have them call you Payne or Tricky. It's like,
do I know you?
Why are you calling me this? Oh, I came to one bout. Oh, well, thank you for coming.
We appreciate.
We have another one coming up.
Yeah. Why haven't you been to the other ones?
That's right. But we play flat track derby. Back in the old days, it was bank derby, and I would like to play a game of bank.
Me
derby.
too. Yeah, there are still some.
Yeah, mostly out on the West Coast. I think though.
Yeah. Well, Texas,
Okay.
not the Texecutioners, the TXRD.
Oh yeah, they do. You're right.
Whip it.
Yeah,
Whip it real good. Yeah.
But no, we play in a flat track derby, women's flat track derby
Yep.
called WFDA. And you can play sanction games if
Yeah.
you're a WFDA sanction team. The team I played for here was not a sanction team. Debated doing a sanction team. There's a lot of work.
There is.
And then you gotta have to keep your level of play up.
Yeah.
And being a military town, we couldn't do that a lot of times because people are in and out. Yeah, you know. But yeah, we play flat track derby, and there are rules, lots of rules, lots of rules that I still don't know.
I don't either.
You know,
and I'm still playing.
Well, I'm not, so I don't have to know them any longer. But you do.
You know the basics.
Well, you know, I know I get called for forearms and elbows.
Yeah.
And, you know, these weird things like high blocks.
Blocking with your head.
Somebody at the table likes to get insubordinations occasionally.
Ooh, occasionally.
Because when somebody can't count. Yeah. Yes, we have referees.
Yeah.
And they skate around the track. We have 2 jam refs.
You have a head ref, 2 jam refs, inside pack ref. Outside. Normally 2 or 3 outside.
Yeah. There are a lot of rules, folks. Like all the power to the refs that actually know what's going on. Because I wouldn't be able to do it.
No desire.
And keep up with the action.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that whistle blows and it's a free for all.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no organization to it.
No, not at all.
And what's funny is because when you're practicing, you're like, well, the jammer comes up like this, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
And then the jammer comes up like that in the game, and fuck if you did that.
Wait a second.
What we have a plan for this? But no, you play with a jammer.
Jammer wears a star on their helmet.
Yes. And they're the one that's going to score the points.
Yes. They are your ball, if you will.
Some of them are your bull.
Or bull. If you need a reference point, that is your ball.
Yes. And she's going to go around that track as many times as she can and pass as
in
many.
2 minutes.
In 2 minutes.
Up to,
Hopefully not 2 minutes.
2-minute jams are the absolute worst.
When you're that jammer, that's the worst.
Or you get a panty pass, like right off the bat.
Yes.
You're like, oh God, I gotta do this.
But yes, you have 2 jammers. They line up on the jam line.
Behind
the jam line. Yes.
4 blockers.
4 blockers.
One of the blockers wears a stripe on their helmet, and that's called the pivot.
But we don't call those helmet covers. We call those panties.
Panties, yes.
Yes.
So, of course, the joke is, give me your panties.
Yep.
We all reach,
Yeah. Yeah, at the end of practice, I need all the panties back,
What if I'm not wearing any today?
And it's a group of women, so those jokes come out, I don't have any on.
They say a group of women cusses more than sailors.
Look, I don't know about that, but
get pretty raunchy.
Yeah,
quick.
Yeah, what we talk about and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's an oval track. We have what we call 2 apexes, which are going to be the turns.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you get some frisky jammers that jump that thing, and not me. I'm not.
I jumped it one time. I'm one and done. Yeah. And it was a little hot, but I sure did.
Yeah, I used to hate that when we had those WFDA assessments.
Oh.
And you had to do the 1-inch jump and the 3-inch jump. And I was like, no, this body's meant for all 4 on the floor. Like,
Bad Knees Club.
No, we don't like to fall like that.
No.
But a lot of times when you come to a derby match, they'll do what they call a slow jam to begin and kind of show you what's going on.
Yeah.
It's still hard to follow. It's hard to follow. You should be on the track.
Wait, what?
Is that my jammer?
Hey, crap. I watched my own jammer.
Yes. It's a fast-paced game, though.
It is. It can be. Yeah.
That whistle blows, and like we said, it's a free-for-all.
Mm-hmm.
The four people are trying to keep your jammer back, while your other 4 people are trying to keep their jammer back. And somebody's jammer is going to get out and going to be the lead jammer.
Lead jammer,
And she's the only one that can
call it off.
Which means she taps her helmet in her hips, typically, or both her hips, and that stops the
4 times.
hopefully 4 times.
Well, I mean, so some of us get laid out flat of our stomach and they call it from the back. I've done that. Hey, you got to do it.
But that stops the point scoring
Yes.
right there. That stops that jam. And the points come from every set of hips that the jammer passes.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that that would be easy to keep up with, but when there's 8 sets of hips plus 2 jammers, sometimes the counting's not accurate.
Very, very.
And then somebody gets an insubordination for being angry about the not counting them properly. Yeah. But there are rules.
Moving on.
You do have penalties.
Sin bin.
Go to the sin bin, and
You're allowed 7 penalties per game.
only one of us at the table has also fouled out a game.
Anywho, one time. I've been close several other times.
Nothing like getting that message, though, knowing you're out of town playing derby, and I was like, well, that's it, I'm out. I fouled out. What the hell?
I mean, I lasted most of the game.
Well, but you end up in the sin bin, as we call it, and then you have timers there because you have to sit 30 seconds. Sometimes it's a minute, though, for certain.
Oh, yeah. If you get an insubordination, it's 2 penalties. So.
And there's rules for how you enter the sin bin. You have to be on a slow roll. You have to respectfully sit down. You can't come in there all willy-nilly and take out chairs. When you get down to, is it 20 seconds?
10 seconds.
10 seconds. They'll tell you to stand. And then you can enter the track. But you can't just enter the track anywhere.
No.
You got to enter behind all that pack.
Yep.
And sometimes that pack's all the way across the thing. So you're lucky and you can step right on.
Yeah.
But other times they're right in front of you and you got to
figure out
where
which
you
way
can
to
go.
go. Okay. Assess quickly. Try to go front, back.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
And trying not to hit a ref on the outside.
Trying also not to be taken out by the jammer coming around too.
Yeah.
Like, don't see her coming and wham.
Yeah.
It's a fast paced game and it's a lot of it really is. People don't think it's a mental game, but it really is.
I mean, because you're playing offense and defensively
at the
simultaneously sometimes.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
But there are what they call a pack, and that's when you're all together. And then when you get kind of separated, which happens, Team A is holding back Team B's jammer in one spot, and then Team A and vice versa. You can get a separation of the pack.
Yeah.
The pack is not here. The pack is here.
Yeah. Out of play blocks.
Yes. You have to bridge between to keep up
the pack.
Because when they call no pack, there's no more hitting, touching.
Yep.
Everybody
have
has
to stand
up and let everybody back through. And that's what you don't want.
Unless you're the team in the back of the pack.
Well,
you can still stay in front of the jammer and stay forward.
Yes.
If you're the team in the front, you're
yes. But that jammer is going to come around and somebody on your team has to keep up with her.
Yes.
Because you're too busy trying to stop the other people from stopping your jammer to let her through sometimes. And then somebody's got to watch out for the jammer coming around. Or if she's in the box.
Yeah.
Jammer standing, time to go.
Yep.
That sort of thing.
Get together. Yep.
There are women and men's team in Derby.
Some co-ed.
Yes, some co-ed. We obviously play on women's teams. We do have a big event called RollerCon.
It's coming up.
Yeah, it's in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mid-July, I think.
I think so.
Never been.
No, I haven't either. I haven't really had the desire to go.
I mean, I have a few years. I mean, new in Derby, but
and at RollerCon they have high-level players come in and teach seminars and that sort of stuff. Equipment is not cheap.
No.
I think my non-Rydell skates, which were still $150-$200. And those are like beginner sets. Everybody starts out with those basically. But it's not cheap to step into roller derby full time.
I mean, you can start with the cheap stuff, but
you're gonna know after a couple of games that your feet hurt.
Couple practices.
But when you get out in there and you get knocked down and you realize that your bicycle knee pads are not going to save those knees, then you're going to go out and buy $80, $90 pair of knee pads.
I mean, that's why. I mean, newer skaters wanting to get into it, get a good pair of skates and knee pads.
Yes.
I mean, the other, everything else you can, I mean, my wrist guards that I wear are like $12.
Yes.
I mean,
No, but you definitely need the knee guards.
Yeah.
You want to invest in a good mouth guard too.
A good mouth.
Well, we don't have a good mouth here, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
But you do want to invest in a good mouth guard.
Yeah.
You want those nice form fitting because you don't want to knock out your teeth.
Yeah. Nobody.
When you come to Derby, the first few things you're going to learn is how to fall. Believe it or not, you have to fall a certain way. You have to fall, as we say, fall small.
Fall small.
You want to keep those hands off the track.
Yeah.
Because then fingers get smashed
Easily.
easily.
A ball.
Yep.
Ball. Like
You
this.
might get hit in the head.
Yes.
Catch a skate to the face, back of the head. Oh, Lord.
Low.
There's one big brim on that little compensating. head. Compensating much? Anyway, folks. When you come to a Derby thing, or a team, practice, whatever, if you're coming to check it out, they will teach you.
Yes. Teach you everything.
If it's a decent team.
Yeah. Teach you the rules, how to fall, how to skate even. And most teams have loaner gear
You can try
until
out.
you can figure out what you want and all of that.
And ain't nobody good on them skates that first time.
No.
It's not
Baby
pretty.
deer on ice. I mean, let's be real.
Shit, I was skating 5 years and fell out of a chair. Sat in a chair and on 4 on the floor and fell right out of a chair.
Those metal chairs, you get so sweaty, you come like,
Yeah, and then you're just on the floor and you're just like, oh, I meant to do that.
yeah, I'm just going to stay here for my penalty. It's just practice. I don't want to really.
But no, a lot of teams have recruitment nights and stuff like that because they're always needing players, folks. Like
volunteers in general,
Yeah.
playing, reffing, being an NSO, which is a non-skating official. They help out at games, being a jam timer, penalty box,
they do the book work.
the bookwork, the points.
Yeah, penalty
jam
tracking.
Yeah.
They sit in the penalty box and do the timing of penalties. But somebody would teach you that.
Yes.
Like you're not going to be handed a notebook and say, here, go time these penalties.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to explain to you what you need
What you're
to do.
doing, yeah.
And sometimes you'll shadow. I know my first couple of bouts, excuse me, y'all. My first couple of bouts, we had to sit in the jam in the penalty box and
That's
observe.
just the easiest kind of one to learn, I guess. I mean, unless you're the...
Well, it's just learning the procedures too.
Yeah.
Like, you point to the seat you want them, because the jammer sits in a certain seat.
Yeah.
And then everybody
two
else
blockers,
sits in the other seats. There are rules, like particular rules.
And with penalties, you can have up to 3 people in the box sitting, which is a jammer and 2 blockers.
Yes.
That's it. There's 3 chairs per team, jammer and 2 blocker. Now, if a blocker is standing and another blocker gets a penalty, they can go. They fill that chair, and then you down to.
Now the jammers are a little different.
Yeah.
If a jammer's in there and another jammer, if the other jammer gets called,
Yeah.
that first jammer can get up and go.
Yes. As soon as.
But the other jammer serves the same amount of
time
time that she sat there.
Yes.
So she was there 10 seconds.
Yeah.
You're only in there 10 seconds.
She was in there 5 seconds.
Yeah. She was in there the full 29 and a quarter.
You
You're in there 29
and a quarter. Yeah.
It does take some getting used to.
Yeah.
Like I know the first time I tried to come into that penalty box, and you should have a team that sets up a penalty box to teach you how to roll into that thing.
Yes. Did you play long enough to have the point of no return, like way back in the day before they changed it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's
when you can only go one way to enter.
Yeah. And you have to, when you're getting called for that penalty, you want to get there as quick as you can.
Yeah.
Because your team is without you, and you don't want them to be
without you even longer. Yeah.
And finding that penalty box, like when you get called and you drop out, you're like, where? Oh, I got to go all the way back around. But you want to get there as quick as you can.
But now you can go either way to enter.
Well, which is a bonus.
Yes.
But you also have to look out for refs. Like, you don't go in the middle. Unless you don't want to cut through the middle.
You cannot cut through the middle.
Because you're gonna get knocked over. Right, you're gonna get a ref.
Find some water bottles, photographer, jam timer.
Yes, and there's always, like we were saying, photographer.
Lord,
y'all.
What is going on with you?
I think I swallowed a bug.
Oh, well, okay then.
No, I'm just kidding.
Was it tasty? Baby Ruth.
Oh, Lauren, the poop in the pool today.
Yeah.
No. That's a whole other story.
It is, yeah. We'll that.
No. Derby has a lot of injuries.
It does. Broken bones happen.
I think there for a while, we broke every fresh meat that showed up.
Yeah.
When you come and you're just learning, you're going to be called fresh meat.
Fresh meat, yep.
Most of the time. Sometimes you spend a long time as fresh meat. Because they're not going to let you play till you're ready. Mm-hmm. Which is a good thing.
There are assessments, though, as well. As a fresh meat, you were taught, gone over how to stop. All of those are in assessments, and you have to make a benchmark to level up.
Yes. And then there's always that dreaded 27.5.
Yep.
Man, you got to skate 27 laps
in 5 minutes.
Yeah. And I think we worked that out that's a mile.
Mm-hmm.
A little mile or a little bit over.
Mm-hmm.
And you would think, oh, you're on skates. That's easy to do. No, folks.
Yeah.
There have been many nights where I've ended up with like 23.
Yeah.
And then there are other nights where you might end up with 29.
Yeah.
Or 30.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm not in with 30.
I think my best has been like 28.
Yeah.
And I think, why can't we go back to 25 and 5?
Well, I don't know. I don't know who came up with these new lift. They've changed a lot of things, and it's not. But there are, like we were saying, broken bones.
Yeah.
Stitches,
concussions. Speaking of concussion, I think I got one today.
That was a cabinet door. That wasn't a blocker.
It's a ghost block.
There are those. Sometimes you'll be on the track and
you just fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, Raina Payne wears these lime green socks.
Socks?
Skates.
I do
today.
lime green socks.
You do. You do. But anyway, a lot of times they will post live feeds of bouts, and if we can't go, we just watch for the lime skates. And one night we were watching and there's nobody around her, and I see the lime skates just kind of fly up in the air and rain of pain on the ground.
Yep, that's me.
I was like, what happened here? And then later after the bout, I get the text message, damn ghost blocker. I was like, no, you weren't on video. We didn't see that. When did that happen? Was that in the first quarter? I don't know. We didn't see that.
No, okay, good.
Falls happen inevitably. And a lot of times falls happen in a group.
Yes.
And that can be nerve-wracking.
A domino effect.
Yes. Because you don't want to fall and hurt somebody in front of you.
Yeah.
You don't want somebody to fall and hurt you.
Yeah.
And sometimes these are big girls. Sometimes these are little tiny jammers, But injuries do happen.
Yeah.
And it is. But you wear safety equipment to hopefully help protect from that. But you're still at risk. But the problem with Derby now is we need local support.
Yeah.
Lots of local support.
Well, we need fans.
Yes. And a lot of times your Derby teams will do charities.
Yep.
Every game, sometimes just for the season.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a Derby player, you're going to pay dues.
Yeah.
And that goes toward the rent of your space to practice. And that's hard to come by too.
It is.
Finding a space that's large enough and willing to let you put down a Derby track. Mm-hmm. A lot of times that's just rope and tape.
Yeah.
But it's a very set rope and tape.
Yeah.
You can't just throw it down willy-nilly. There's measurements.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of places don't want you to do that.
No.
We were fortunate when we were here in Dothan that we had a great space where they didn't care.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it'd probably still be there today.
Probably is.
But the rent was outrageous.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're talking $400 or $500 a month, and some months we only skated twice in the month because they had other things going on in the building. A lot of skate places don't want you in there because
skating rinks.
They don't want you to put a track down on their skating floor. They also don't like sometimes the negative connotation that comes with Derby. I think we've kind of moved away from
the
fishnets and the booty shorts.
There's still some that do that.
I think more in the mashup kind of things where they have silly, ketchup versus mustard, hot dog versus hamburgers,
Star Wars versus Star Trek. I mean,
yes.
anything, yeah.
But there was a negative connotation there for a long time of derby girls wore fishnets and booty shorts. Some of us wear fishnet and booty shorts when other people make rude comments about long shorts.
Wait, what?
Call this season.
We'll show you.
But no, I know the team Payne plays for now does a charity every game.
Yep.
Sometimes it's animal shelters.
Yeah, animal shelters.
Anything in the community that helps the community.
Help the food bank.
Yes. And they get out in the community and do things as well.
Community service,
Just recently they did the boat races.
Yeah. Well,
Didn't capsize, but
we did not capsize.
they did finish the boat races.
We did. We come in 10th out of, 10 teams. Hey.
It's all right. First year.
Fun. Oh, yeah, first year. Yeah.
But, no.
We'll share some of those pictures on our Facebook page.
Oh, yes. I just saw some the other day that looked interesting. You know, Mario and Luigi.
Yeah. Yes. Speaking of Mario and Luigi, we are playing on June 28th at the Crampton Bowl.
Yes. Here in Montgomery.
Yes. In
Alabama,
Montgomery.
if you don't know.
Yeah. We're looking for fans. We have it. I mean, it's called Mario Madness. Our charity is going to be Meals on Wheels for this game. Halftime is going to be awesome. We're going to make Mario Kart carts.
Oh, are we going to be throwing Goombas at people?
I mean, yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, in our snack baskets, we normally have bananas. But yeah, we're at the Crampton Bowl. Doors open at 5.
Come on down. Put your butt in a seat. You'll enjoy it.
You will.
Like I said, if you've never been to a derby game, it's a whole nother level of entertainment. What is this weirdo doing in the background right here? This right here. For those of you watching the video, we don't know who this stranger is that wandered in off the street. Who let the door open?
Hell.
Is he going out the door he came in from?
Oh, Lord.
Nobody can see that. You just made the podcast.
No, she doesn't know me at all.
Who's that skinny dude? What happened to him?
He smelled too many McDonald's.
All right, folks.
Anyways, yes. He'll probably be on the podcast. It's Woodrow. Stupid son of a bitch.
Yeah, if you listen to another podcast, you'll find out about that story about how he got to be the stupid son of a bitch. Decent feller. Puts up with being a derby widow.
Yeah, he does.
Although you're not whoring much this year.
No, I'm too old for that. Mm-hmm.
There was a year she was playing 2 derby teams and a travel team.
3.
And a travel team.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 total.
3 total.
Yeah.
Subbing.
Yes, and that's what happens a lot of times. Other teams don't have enough people to play, so you borrow from another team.
Yep.
So you kind of get a family.
Yeah.
Like you have your home team, and then you go play with somebody else's team, and you click with them, or and then you try to find them on Facebook as Susie Smith when you know she's not Susie Smith. She's Susie Snaggy Bottom. Susie Hibbits, yes. But you can't search for Susie Hibbits on Facebook because people don't go by that.
Yeah.
But no, Derby is always looking for local people, non-local people. Come in.
Yeah.
Surrounding areas, come in. I know Montgomery's close to Prattville. Come on down, Prattville.
Yeah. We're playing Big Easy on the 28th.
Yeah.
At Enola.
Big Easy. You
Okay.
can't see me pointing to the Derby 4 next to me.
Oh, yeah,
Big
there's
Easy.
Big Easy right there.
Oh, where did he go?
Uh-oh.
Little Easy.
Weezy.
Little Easy.
Eric with an A.
No
No
ass. I might need a telescope here.
Who's eating a damn Twinkie right now? All right.
You can sit in and listen.
So, before we go, how long did you play Derby?
Ooh, 7 years, I think. Not long enough, but
Yeah.
too long. When COVID shut us down, I was not.
Yeah.
Surprised that we didn't start
I'm
back.
in year 14.
I know.
Things you didn't know you needed to know.
Not only things you didn't know, things you didn't think you would be doing. 14 years ago, I'm just going to play for a little while.
Yeah.
You know, never move to another state.
No, just
Play on 3 different teams in one season. Oh, where are we this weekend? We're in Tennessee. Where are we this weekend? We're in Montgomery.
oh yeah.
Derby horror. But no, folks, get out and support local anything. Local restaurants.
Yeah. Local businesses.
Local businesses. Local animal shelters.
Yeah.
Local derby teams.
Yep. Exactly.
They're always needing folks to
There's,
keep.
I mean, however many, a lot of derby teams.
I'm sure the number one thing I always hear when you talk to somebody about a derby team, I didn't know we had a derby team in our town.
Yeah.
Why didn't you know?
We actually talked about this Saturday at the boat races. Like, so many people like, oh, I didn't know Montgomery had a derby team. Oh.
Well, and that seems to be like not just local teams.
Yeah,
like sometimes people don't know they have big sanctioned WFTA teams.
Yeah.
We were somewhere and we were talking about Rose City, I think, or maybe it was Gotham.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, "Where's that? What is that?" And I'm like, "This is like a nationally ranked derby team."
I mean, they
winning
won the
champs.
Hydra like 8 years in a row.
Yeah. How do you not know? Because, you know, derby's not popular.
Yeah.
It should be.
It should be. Yeah.
We should replace some men's sports with women's roller derby.
Yep.
You know, like wrestling.
Speaking of wrestling.
Oh, no. What are we speaking about of wrestling?
Our titles.
Oh, yes, we'll have to speak about our
Well,
tag team titles. Heavyweight bitch of the world.
yeah.
We'll have to take the contenders too one time.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you think you can step in. You know, you're welcome to try.
That's right.
Because we don't give those up easily. It's funny what derby leads you to.
Yeah.
Who knew you were going to be a tag team title
Yeah,
holder?
no kidding.
or a cook at a derby bout, and then cooking for wrestling people.
Yeah.
Meeting wrestlers, taking a cookie sheet pan to the head.
Or, being a bench coach.
He does put up with a lot of bitches.
He does, for sure, for sure. All right, you got anything else you want to share?
Yeah, just get out there and support them,
Support.
folks. Find your team.
June 28th, Crampton Bowl, Montgomery, Alabama. Doors
Everybody-
open at 5.
Everybody
Mario
come
Madness.
Down. Come down for the Mario Madness.
Tell them Payne and Tricky sent you. You won't get a discount, but hey. Just look for the lime green skates. That's me.
Yes. Bring a sign. Lime green. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Sure.
Anyway, folks, support local.
Yeah, support local. We'll post some pictures.
Yes. Follow us on Facebook,
TikTok,
YouTube. And catch us on Spotify, Amazon, all those good places
All
where
the
you
good
can find
things,
the
yeah.
podcast. Listen multiple times. You'll find something funny or each different time.
yeah. Find your bestie and show them the way.
Not this way. This is not the way, folks.
I mean, maybe I want to start a podcast. All right. Anyways.
Thanks for listening in to us.
2 Mel's.
No breaks.
Deuces.